What's your name, miss?
Jennifer.
And what do you study at the University of Calgary, Jennifer?
I study biological sciences.
Biological sciences, awesome. What is your confidence like in the current job market as it stands?
I would say that I think it's kind of a mixed bag. I'd say that it can be something that is really exciting for a lot of people in things like computer science and engineering, but for some of us in other degrees, it can seem pretty desolate, especially when we look at things like the fact that like a lot of the baby boomer kind of generation moved downwards or stayed stagnant within positions that they'd had. So, yeah, during that recession period.
And if you had the opportunity to speak with a politician, MLA or MP, what would be your general message to them in terms of trying to advocate for a more student-friendly agenda?
Um, I would say, like, for any MP, I think it would be important to listen to the voices of young people, to be more engaged. I recall during the Alberta elections, like only one person that was advocating for our votes came out to the University of Calgary to speak with us. So, like, it's pretty abysmal that people don't even want to engage and listen to our voices. So I think like making more platforms that we can have discussions, maybe ones that are more modern 21st century, things like message platforms, online polls, that kind of stuff that can really get people feeling engaged and feeling their voices are heard.
Awesome. Your name, sir?
My name's Derek.
And what do you study at the University of Calgary?
I'm a physics major.
And what are your thoughts on the current job market? Does it inspire a lot of confidence in you?
Both my parents are out of work. They both lost their jobs. And I know that my dad's been looking for work for the past few years and that it's been pretty rough in that, like, the oil and gas sector. So I guess for like the Albertan economy as a whole, not a lot of hope, but as for Canada in general, I think we're doing okay.
And given the debate that's ongoing between reconciling our environmental concerns with our economic realities, do you think we as a country can overcome that and seek a pragmatic solution?
I think that people with the environment are very stuck in their ways one way or another and don't really consider all the perspectives. And once people are stuck in one ideology or another, whether it be pro or against, say, pipelines, I think it's pretty hard to get people out of that.
Okay. What's your name, sir?
My name is Emil.
And what are you studying at the University of Calgary, Emil?
I'm taking poli-sci as a major, and my stream is Bachelor of Arts, and it's my first year.
And you know that we have an election coming up within the next month.
Yes.
What are some of the issues that matter most to you in the upcoming election?
Well, the issues I would like to be seen is our taxes and also the budget. Right now, Trudeau is managing our economy unfairly. We're in high deficits, and if this issue isn't really solved, young people are going to have a more burden on those financial issues. And also the taxes, and if the deficit isn't really fixed upon, it's likely our taxes will go up and we have to pay for it. So this is really my important belief, and I believe the Tories will do whatever they can to fix this election issue of our budget, but also hopefully the young people will not be cast by the burden of paying these high taxes that were coming up.
And what is your name, sir?
Hayden Babineau.
And what do you study at the University of Calgary?
I study history.
Okay, awesome. And what are some of the issues that matter most to you in the upcoming election?
So far, mostly just economic capabilities in terms of jobs for youth and possible futures for us.
And would you say that the current job market, given the Albertan economy, is a bit of a concern, especially for those who are going to be graduating within the next few years or so?
Yeah, absolutely.
And which profession are you hoping to pursue once you're done university?
I'm hoping to go into an education job.
What's your name, miss?
Maggie.
And what are you studying at the University of Calgary?
I'm an English major in the Faculty of Arts.
And what are some of the issues that matter most to you in the upcoming election?
I feel that it's important for students to be represented just because, financially we might not be as stable as other people, so I kind of feel like our needs should be met.
And given some of the debate that's ongoing between, climate change and our economic realities, do you think there's a point in time where politicians can reconcile the two?
I feel like eventually there might have to be, just because both are very important issues that we definitely can't ignore. So yeah, for sure, there definitely will be a point.
And given the importance of oil and gas in Alberta, do you think the lack of pipeline capacity is a concern?
Um, I think that just because that's how Alberta is, it's what Alberta is known for, and it's how we kind of have our name and how we make ourselves. I feel like yeah, it could definitely be a problem.
Thank you. And what is your name, miss?
Hiba Fahim.
And what do you study at the University of Calgary?
I study biology and psych.
And what are some of the issues that matter most to you in the upcoming election?
I guess environmental issues would be the biggest one for me.
So you would say that the need to reconcile our environmental concerns with economic realities is a big one?
Yeah.
So I guess, given how important the oil and gas industry is in Alberta, do you think Alberta needs to diversify more, or do you think we need to place more emphasis on getting those pipelines built?
I think we need to diversify more.
And do you believe when it comes to the environment we should pursue a carbon tax or innovation, a little bit of both, when it comes to ensuring that we have an environment that's safe for kids moving forward?
Yeah, I think the carbon tax is very important.
And what is your name, sir?
Broden.
And what do you do for a living?
I am a personal trainer at One on One Personal Fitness on 17th Ave. It's a private personal training studio.
And have you thought about any issues that matter most to you for the upcoming federal election?
I'd like to see more stuff done with the economy. As I just got into the workforce recently, you know, just strictly stuff like taxes and what it's going towards has always been a concern. I'm from a small town, so we often didn't see a lot of stuff done with like simple road work and stuff. Like I've seen construction here, like on the bridge, taking way longer than it should. They have so much money to do it. I don't know why it's taking so long. Stuff like that's always been a concern to me. And I guess just like the cost of living in general in almost all of Canada. If you ask young people entering the workforce that haven't been having to live on their own before, especially if you're coming out of school with debt, it's hard to live off even just a starting wage job by yourself, especially because, you know, it's not like it used to be. Both people have to work in a household now, so it makes it tough too, especially if people want to start like families.
And I guess would you say that given the tough economic times that Alberta is facing in particular, and perhaps some may argue the apathy that the current federal government has towards the province in general, do you think that is a big concern moving forward?
I think Alberta gets a lot of attention in general just because of oil, of course, and stuff, and that's a huge booster to the economy, but the deals that have been getting made lately and stuff in the government, I felt, have not been very good or helpful to our economy, as everyone has seen and felt, right? It's changed a lot in the past few years and it's still changing, so I hope to see some smarter decisions made with the upcoming election towards how it can be bettered for everyone.
And what is your name, miss?
Kieran,
And what issues matter most to you in the upcoming election?
like the federal elections.
Yes.
Education for sure, health, because I know health is a really big issue.
And do you think the government should be raising taxes to accommodate for all those social programs?
I think to a certain extent, because I know, like, I don't pay taxes myself, but my parents do, so I do definitely understand how hard it is. But I feel like it shouldn't go above and beyond, but we do also have to look at those social programs as well and like how much funding they really do need.
Yeah, for sure. And how confident are you in the current job market as it stands?
Not confident because I know we are in a bad situation right now, but I do have hope that it should get better as like the years kind of go on. Like we are kind of plummeting down there, but we should be getting back up there.